Yolan True and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy. And today it's time for another officer and for a very important officer. And believe me, for me, he was very important for a very long time after I got him, and especially when I started working with Deep Space. And that's why I want to talk about Grush today. If you want to look at all the officers, on the top left of the screen, you see ship, officers, command, factions, items, and refinery. And there we click on officers. And then you can either scroll through all of them or use the button where it says level at the moment on top to sort some stuff. And I just use the strength button that shows me my ships, and there he is, and that is Grush. Grush is an epic officer. He is from the Syndicate and has no faction. That means, as you can see, really expensive to upgrade. No, he needs independence credits, which are just spent for something else, because getting 22,500 for Grush is insane. But I still need to upgrade him. But they showed me immediately the upgrading part, because I could upgrade him because I have all the shards of Grush I would need to upgrade, but I don't have the stuff to pay for it. He already has a nice captain's maneuver, which I used in the beginning until the whole deep space stuff started, but sometimes before I used the other one. But often I use this because I got him quite early compared to other officers of this kind, and so the captain's maneuver, what's mine is really helpful. Grush increases the protected cargo of the ship by 100%, and this is really helpful. I used it, for example, together with others for data mining and so on, with the Botany Bay very early. And that was really helpful because you're not always shut down. And even if they do against our rules of engagement on our server, they wouldn't get anything. So their Grush is already important. But he got far more important later in the game for me, and that is his officer ability. That's fight or flight. He increases the warp range of the ship by 12%. And that's why he's a member of my warp range crew, so to speak. This 12% is depending on the level, by the way. I think it started with 4%, if I remember correctly. If you remember or you got a fresh Grush, please write in the comments where he starts, or if I remembered correctly, or if I'm wrong here. Always, if you have something to add to my videos, please write a comment, or if you have questions or video requests, always feel free to do so, of course. And I'm also happy when you just say hi and where you're from, because I'm quite curious where the viewers from all over the planet are coming from. And I know that I have a lot of viewers that just started playing the game, and so questions and video requests are something that you can really do. I made a lot of request videos already, and I have a long list of videos still here, but I often just pushed the request ones up my list and did them earlier. And so if you need to know something, you might want me to do that too. But we stay with Grush for a second, and I'll talk about how you get him, of course. Grush is an epic officer. That means that he has 3 different stages of trades. That's for away team missions, and you need him possibly, but I'm using him usually a lot for warp range, or at the moment not, because my newest ship brings me where I kind of need to be, but sometimes I still have to use him. So I'm not really upgrading those trades, because I will not send him away in case I need him for warp range again, which still happens quite often. But he has 3. It's ambitious, ruthless, and calculated, and you need to unlock them when you earn those trade experience points. And for example, you earn them by away team missions, you get them in dailies, and that's what helps you upgrade this. I spent mine recently, so I'm not able to upgrade him, but I can upgrade another starter, for example. 1500 is the limit there. And but he needs a bit more because the first of 3 levels are already got, and they get a little bit more expensive. But as I said, I wouldn't use that. But you will definitely ask, how do I get Grush? And that you do via the Syndicate. And the Syndicate is a little bit like the other factions. You have to grow your reputation with them. And you start at level 5 to get your first Grush shards. You see it here on the bottom. There you get the first 15 Grush shards, and then you get 1 Grush shard in the daily Syndicate XP chest. That is where on the bottom left where it says available in 6 minutes. Yeah, I should have waited the 6 minutes. But nevertheless, if I put claim, if I click one button in the video or not is not that important. But especially because I don't get any Grush when I click that. But that's how it starts. On level 5 with the Syndicate, you start to get Grush shards, and that's what I meant with I had them quite early, and had Grush quite early because on level 7 you get the complete Grush shard unlock, because you get another 25 Grush shards and you get one in between with the daily claim, and on level 7 with the Syndicate you completely unlock him, and so you already can use him. And as I said, in that time when I was there, I used him for data mining, for example, and so on. But there's another nice thing. First of all, as I said, you get 1 Grush shard with every daily claim after level 5, but you will get Grush shards later as well, like you see here, and you see here another 50, another 40, and if you manage to get Grush shards you get Grush shards by the daily pull, etc. And in the end, I had him maxed, so I had all the shards that he can have. And I still got Grush shards here in the later levels, like the 100 shards here, the 80 shards here, and another 100, no, that was the 180, and another 150 shards. When these 100 came, I already had all Grush shards. That means I would have gotten shards here that I cannot have. I didn't get Grush shards. I got transporter patterns. And with 100, then the 80 and the 150 Grush shards, that was a lot of transporter patterns, which I could exchange in the transporter pattern recruit in the recruit section. So if you're not too fast by upgrading Syndicate like I was, because I never bought any experience points here, I just took them from Mantis and wherever I could, and sometimes I even got lazy with the Mantis, and so it took some while. But it means that I got so many daily Grush shards that I couldn't get those Grush shards here anymore, and it gave me a giant boost on some officers that were really hard to get in the transport and pattern section. And so in the end, it was good for me that I didn't progress with the Syndicate as fast as I could have. So I needed more time, but more time means more daily claims of Grush shards. And that ends on my level, because from now on I don't get Grush shards, I get Mavery shards. And so it works the same with him. The unlock is on the next level. But Grush is a really great officer. Not only for the protected cargo, but later when you are around in deep space, you will love him for giving you some extra warp range. And the combination with the other 2 warp range officers that are available, from my perspective, far too few, by the way, hello Scopely, they are great. If you haven't seen the video on the warp range officers yet, it's in one of my playlists, so have a look, because that is a really important thing from the time you are getting out there in deep space, even the Voyager can get a big boost in the Warp Range and so on. And that's a really important topic, and that's why I picked Grush that early. If you want to tell about the experiences, as I said earlier, please write in the comments if you want to add something. And of course, it was a great more than a half a year now making videos for you. But I just want to mention again, in the comments, the first pinned comment under my videos, there is also a way if you ever thought about supporting the channel and the work I'm doing here. And I just want to mention this from time to time. And if you want to see more of that work, the next video is right here on the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.